Hey everyone, today we're going to be performing a battery change in a Baby G BGA-151, and this is the 5257 module. Let's get right into it. To perform this battery change, we're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, a spring bar removal tool, ideally metal tweezers, but if you don't have metal tweezers, you can use a metal paper clip, and a replacement battery, which is a CR1220. Getting started on the watch, the first thing we're going to need to do is remove our rubber straps. That way we can remove the case back. So as we can see, our spring bars are exposed right there. Our spring bars have little lips on them, and our spring bar removal tool has a V-shaped notch. We're simply going to wrap that notch around those lips, pull down, then we can twist the strap out, and I always try to hold a finger there just in case that bar tries to launch out on me. Just like that. And now we'll do the same on the other side. Now with our straps removed, we can go ahead and remove our 4 case back screws and set them aside for later. Now we can go ahead and lift that case back right off. And don't worry, sometimes the rubber gasket will come off stuck to the case back. We'll reinstall that when we're reassembling the watch. Our next step is going to be to lift out this rubber bumper layer, and we'll set that aside for later. Now I'm going to go ahead and rotate my module around here. So as we can see, tucked down in this crevice is the latch that's holding our battery in place. And right in the middle is a little slot. That's where we're going to want to come in with our tweezers or that paper clip. We'll simply go right in the middle, pull out towards us, and that'll unlatch the battery. And right now is going to be pretty much the most challenging part. This battery is installed negative side up, which means it doesn't like to pop out easily. There's a little hole right here, and usually what we're going to want to do is put something in there, and then we can kind of pry the battery out. But while doing this, I advise holding a thumb or a finger on that module. That way, when you're pulling up, it doesn't try to jump out on you. So we'll go right under it and pry it up, and mine just launched out just like that. Now we can come on in with our new battery. Again, this is a CR1220, and I always advise trying to hold it by the sides as much as possible if you're not wearing gloves, just so you don't accidentally short it. So, something important, this battery is installed negative side up. That's crucial. All we're going to do is simply drop it in place, and this battery usually kind of has to be tucked in a little bit. But once it's in there, we'll simply close the latch. You'll usually feel it click right in place, and now our new battery is installed. Now at this point, we're going to want to perform our AC reset. This is simply going to reset our module to factory defaults, clear any errors if there are any. This is where having those metal tweezers will come in handy, but if you're using a metal paper clip, you can simply bend it into an arch. You just want to have 2 metal points of contact. So I'm going to go ahead and rotate the watch around again here. As we can see, there's a little label that says AC, and there's an arrow pointing into this hole, and at the bottom of this hole there's a little gold tab. And then we can see here there's a circle with a little negative icon. To reset the module, what we simply want to do is contact one end of our metal to that gold tab and the other end to the metal on our module, and just hold it there for about 2 seconds. And now to ensure that we've reset the module properly, I'd always advise holding a finger over the spring here. You don't want to lose that spring because it's important for the sound of your watch. We'll go ahead and flip our watch over, and we should see our seconds start counting up from 0, so it's only been about 20 since I reset the module. So our module is properly reset, and we can begin to reassemble the watch. Our first step in reassembly is going to be to put that rubber bumper layer back in place. So we want to make note of this hole, and this hole, and we want to look at our module. We can see this metal tab sticks out. We have this spring that we just held onto, and then we also have this little plastic pin that sticks up. We simply want to match the shapes and make sure that everything is properly protruding. So we'll drop it right in place. As we can see, our spring's sticking up, that tab sticking up, and that pin is also aligned. Next, we're going to want to go ahead and reinstall our case back gasket. So this one's nice and easy. It's just a circle. We're simply going to drop it right into the groove, and then I like to take my tweezers and make some fine adjustments if needed. We just want to make sure that that gasket is perfectly seated in that groove, that way it maintains a watertight seal. Now we're ready to reinstall our case back. So the easiest way to remember this is that metal tab here indicates the lower portion of our watch. We simply want to pay attention and make sure that our Casio and Baby G logos are properly oriented. So we're going to drop it right in place, and you'll kind of feel it fall in between these plastic grooves here. And now we just need to reinstall our 4 case back screws. What I typically like to do is just hold a thumb on that case back so it doesn't shift around, drop my screws in, just get them started, and now all that's left to do is snug them up. And remember, they don't need to be super tight, just nice and snug. And now our final step is going to be reinstalling our straps. So what I like to do is grab my strap, grab my spring bar. I like to thread the bar through and leave a little more sticking out on the left side. Then I'll pick up my watch and I'll tilt it over, and we can kind of see the hole where that spring bar is going to sit in. So I'll tilt it in place, that way one side gets seated right off the bat. Then I'll hold my strap in place, come in with my spring bar tool, pull that excess bar down, and get it seated just like so. Then I'll do the same for the other side. And just like that, nice and secure. And that's all there is to it. As we can see, all of our modes cycle through. Our beep is audible and our backlight is working, so our watch is completely ready to set and wear again. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this battery changing tutorial. I really hope that everything was clear and helpful. If you have any questions for me, please be sure to leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in more tutorials and watch related content, please do consider subscribing. I cover a wide range of Baby G, G-Shock, and Casio products, so stay tuned for more. Thanks everyone.